It's a win, you know. I'm just really proud of our group. I thought we played really hard. Washington State, a great team, really physical, and obviously wasn't our prettiest game, but we made some big time plays. Got to the free throw line and executed when we really needed to. So the best thing is we got to win. We know some more areas that we got to continue to improve, and we'll do that.
With a lot of news, it looked like you had a lot of balanced scoring, and some of the Old
Yeah.
Faithful, Meadow and Aaliyah both did very well. Seems like a lot of your veterans are the ones that kind of carry you guys. Right?
Yeah, Meadow to have three really plus 15, 17, 17, and 18 between Meadow, Jasmine, and Aaliyah. I mean, that's terrific. Honestly, I don't always care who scores a point. I just want the points up there. But I think that's pretty good balance, and if we can rely on them to give us something like that nearly every night, I'd be fine with it.
My last thing, Jasmine.
Yeah.
To see her get back out there and get
Yeah.
a chance to play, like, you had to be happy about that.
Yeah, she's been working really hard, really, really hard. It's been a long time for her. A career high 17 points, 8 for 8, perfect from the free throw line. Honestly, that's the Jazz we know, and she'll probably be the first one to tell you she can play even better, which is scary, and she will, after not playing for so long, for her to kind of come and be out there and really feel the pace of the game and adjust really quickly, that's really impressive. So, this is just scratching the surface for her.
Cool. That's all I need.
There it is. And Lindy, we've talked about it probably since year two. You've been answering questions about if you're leaving, right? If you're leaving this program, and you've always talked about Nevada being home for you. Freshly extended, obviously starting another season here with this program. How much of your sustained success at this level has kind of been pushing off those conversations and understanding that kind of staying where your feet are, I guess, more than anything, obviously being freshly extended?
Well, I think for me, like I want to be present where I am, and wherever I am, whatever I'm doing, that's the big time for me. I don't idolize any other place or position or job or location, because I think that's just a distraction. So I'm here. I love it here. I think this is the best place to be. So that's where I plan on being.
I know it's a season opener, but the defense looks like it's in mid-season
Yeah.
form. You guys are out there turning the ball over, or forcing turnovers, I should say. But one of the things that you told me last year, I think maybe the year before that, you said none of the turnovers matter if we don't do anything with on the other side. Didn't get your first fast break point into the fourth quarter. Is that something that you can kind of use as to, I guess, almost like a building point, even in a win like this?
Yeah, I think we converted on some of the turnovers. We converted on some of our offensive rebounds. Can we continue to try to be even more efficient? Sure. But, it's kind of the first game in a long time. And so we'll shore those things up. And some of that is just decision making and the pace of play and all of that. So, I think our defense, like you mentioned, to hold any team to 51 points is pretty dang good.
And then this last question for me is, last year we talked about a stretch, I believe it was in late December. You had Baylor, DePaul, Northwestern, I believe it was. And at the time I talked to you about it, you said, well, they're not coming off the schedule. Like we have to rise to the level of these teams. You're starting the season kind of with a similar stretch with that, with Washington State, DePaul, now Baylor. From the time that you first took over to now, how much do you feel like this program has grown?
Yeah, I mean, that's my hope and plan and purpose, right, is to try to take something, start with it at one place and try to, elevate it and bring it to new heights. And so I'm proud of the success that we've had. I mean, I'm also greedy, like we're at no pinnacle, so we've got a lot of steps to continue to take, but that's our plan. The scheduling is a piece of that, and I'm going to enjoy this win for probably tonight, but then watch the film and then get ready for a very good DePaul team.
Good stuff.
Beautiful.
This was to get back on the court after sitting out all last season and to have the game you had.
Yeah, it was really nice. We played good. We got the win. So that being the result for my first game back is really great.
What kind of nerves did you have, if any? And it seemed like you kind of got into the groove of the game pretty quickly.
I had just the basic nerves that most people have before they start a game, but honestly, it wasn't that bad. I feel like. So yeah.
Okay, and as far as the new team, I mean, 5 people coming from last year?
Yes.
How was the chemistry out there, kind of building with some of your teammates, new teammates?
I feel like we clicked very well, very fast. a whole new team, as you said, but like everybody gets along very well on and off the court. I feel like we hang out a lot off the court, so that kind of I feel like kind of transfers on the court too. So yeah.
And lastly, for me, it's usually easier for you guys to talk about your teammates more so than yourselves.
Yes.
Aaliyah, it seemed like she was way more aggressive. She's always generally somewhat aggressive, but I mean, like her play tonight and Meadow as well.
Yes, I love them both. They're both very great players. Both great playmakers. They know when to shoot the ball. They know when to do they're just very smart on the court. So I kind of try to model myself after them. They did very well. So.
It's easy, right?
Yeah. No.
No.
Every time I talk to Lindy, we're talking about defense. And I believe at one point of the first quarter, you guys are in the full court trap. You guys fall back into that 2-3 zone. You guys kept switching defensive principles kind of throughout the game.
Mm-hmm.
How difficult do you think that is to, or is it, excuse me, how difficult do you think that is to deal with when opposition is looking at a defense that there's, I guess, never really sets into one philosophy?
So is it hard for us?
No. I said, how difficult do you think it is for the other team when they're dealing with a defense that's never really set in one way?
Yeah, I think it's very hard for them. They don't really know what to do. They kind of, fall back on their heels. So I think, it's easy to get them, I don't know, off balance, yeah.
And then this last question that I have for you is, we understand what happened last year, obviously, right, with your injury, but every step of the way we were with this group, postseason win for this group, obviously, too. Mm-hmm. What were you able to learn last year, kind of watching from a different role?
That you can't do anything without everybody else. Just me personally, I wouldn't be where I am right now without the support staff, our athletic trainer, Josh. I wouldn't be here. Our coaches, I wouldn't be here. So I think making sure you lean into, support staff helps a lot.